Now, in order to study the DC load line in detail, we have drawn a transistor in common emitter configuration. See, in this case, we have not applied any signal at the input. That is, there is no signal at the input. So only DC conditions prevail in the circuit. So we say that the circuit is operating under DC condition. The transistor is given the bias, but no signal is applied at the input. So only DC conditions prevail in the circuit. Now, in this particular condition, VCE, that is the collector emitter voltage, that will be equal to VCC minus IC into RC, that is the collector current flowing across the collector resistance. This particular voltage drop, if we subtract it from VCC, we will get the resultant collector emitter voltage. So we can write VCE equal to VCC minus ICRC. Now we can coming to the output characteristics. We can see that we have plotted the VCE versus the IC. This is the collector current, that is the output current, and the VCE, collector emitter voltage. Now see that if in this equation, if we put VCE equal to 0, if we put VCE equal to 0, it will be VCC will be equal to IC into RC, or the value of IC max, that will be equal to VCC by RC. Okay. Now if we put IC equal to 0, now see in this equation again VC equal to VCC minus IC into RC. So VCE, in order to obtain the maximum value for VCE, that is equal to VCC, and if this is equal to, and for this VCE to be equal to VCC, this portion should be equal to 0. So if we put IC equal to 0, we will get the maximum value of the collector emitter voltage, or VCE, that will be equal to VCC. Now see this VCC, this is the maximum value for the collector emitter voltage, and this IC, that is VCC by RC, this is the maximum value for the collector current. Now see, this point is named as A, which is the saturation point, and this point B is named as the cutoff point. Now the line joining the saturation and the cutoff point is called the load line, or DC load line in particular. Thank you.